case of beer, some barbecue. There's no doubt that I'm better than you. With these looks and these moves, you can't blame me.
Check. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
The land of the red, white, and blue will be my home till the day I die. I'm every lady's fantasy. I'm the American guy. The trailer park is where I'm from. You better believe I have about 27 guns. Baseball games, pickup trucks. I'm leagues above you other dumb schmucks. I'm from where the women are hot and the Twinkies are deep fried. And every day I pledge allegiance to God and country. I'm the American guy.
Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. This is the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast, episode number 123 for January 15th, 2021. That's right, this is the podcast that knows splatter skincare routine, but isn't going to tell. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to have you here. We actually have a surprising amount of news to run through and things to come to check out, and I'm very excited to do that with you. Before we begin, big shout out to the Patreon patrons, the folks who make these videos and this podcast and the other videos from Saturday Morning Media possible. Certainly grateful to all them. The names you see listed on your screen if you're watching live via YouTube, or the names you're imagining listed on your in your mind if you're listening via audio. But thanks to them and to other folks as well for the fantastic support. Really appreciate it. Now I'm realizing that anyway, let's continue on. We've got a bunch of news and we are going to go into the news right now. Now I see I'm going to have to back up through this. This will all be edited out. Here we go. Well, let's get into the news for this episode. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of Filsinger Games news to check out, and some news you may not have heard of. So let's go through it all. Starting off with the Filsinger Games Perennial 2021. It's happening a week from tomorrow. I'm recording this on Friday. It's happening on Saturday, January 23rd, 2001. And this is going to kick off the year for all Filsinger Games fans, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. I got my ticket already. I got multiple tickets, and I'll tell you why in here in a second. But tickets are on sale now. $10 will get you access to the convention and entrance into the tournaments. And $7 will get you into just the convention only, no tournaments. They are on sale right now at filsingergames.com. If you want to play in the tournaments, I believe, well, you might be able to add last minute, but if you want to be able to say your preferences, which tournament you want to play in, you have to buy them, I think, by Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So don't dilly-dally. Which Dilly Dally is actually a new name of a character in the new FTR set. I'm totally kidding. But anyway, here we go. So to get your tickets on sale now, $10 for tournaments and convention, $7 for convention only. Available right now at filsingergames.com. The schedule was released for the Perennial, and we're going to do a quick rundown of the schedule. 10:30 a.m., the convention Zoom rooms open, so that's when you can start hanging out with people. All these times are Eastern Standard Time, by the way. So when I say 10:30 a.m., that is Eastern Standard Time. That means I'll be waking up early so I can be here at 7 a.m. on the West Coast. But 10:30 a.m., the convention Zoom room opens. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., so a good chunk of the day is for the tournament matches. And I'm not going to go into the times for each of these, but you can check those out at filsingergames.com. They have a new page that's set up all about the Perennial. But you've got the Kronos Battle Lines Tournament, a Women of the Indies Tournament, the Danny Hodge Memorial Junior Heavyweight Legends Tournament, and a Champions of the Galaxy Tournament of Champions. tournament, so that will take place from 11 a.m. to 4. Lots of fun action in there. During that time, there will be breakout Zoom rooms open, so you can go hang out. You can either watch the tournaments, you can go hang out. It's all up to you. Very, very cool. 4:30 to 5 p.m. will be a Champions of the Galaxy panel. And then moving on at 5 o'clock to 5:30, we have our wonderful guest of honor, Werner Meek. Super excited to hear a talk with Werner. From 5:30 to 6 p.m., we've got the Indies panel. I'm sure my buddy Zeke will be involved there. 6 o'clock to 6:30 will be Legends Trivia. So for all you smarty pants who want to test your knowledge at Legends Trivia, you'll be able to do that there. At 6:30 through 7 o'clock p.m., the main event, the Legends panel. Super excited to see what Legends has in store, but stay tuned here because I think we might have something. And 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. is the tournament finals. And again, all these times are Eastern Standard Time. Now, with your ticket, you also get a limited edition Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling playing card that has yet to be announced. Okay, so we don't have announced, but when it was just announced that it was a Legends of Wrestling card, the speculation started. Who could it be? Who could it be? Well, Mike Molesky went on the board and he had this to say: I will confirm that the Ellie card is a new name to Legends of Wrestling. The individual who is being released is very excited to be part of the game, and we are very excited to release a card for this person. However, let's not get carried away with guesses. We aren't putting an essential card out that would be unavailable in the future. So it's really interesting. I don't know if this means like it's somebody who we're going to get an alternate persona, but they're more known for their main persona. I don't know. I'm very interested in this. But I do love that. I love exclusive cards. I mean, you look at those, the Johnny Rockets launching pad and the Draconian Sheik cards. That's what this game is about to me. Part of it is collecting. It's getting those ultra rare cards. So I'm super excited for this. And you can buy multiple tickets to get multiple copies of the card. So that's what I did. I bought one $10 ticket and then a couple $7 tickets so I can get a couple extra copies of that card to put away for my children that I don't have. So there you go. That is very exciting. I'm super excited to see. Now, here's the other thing is, I don't know if they are going to announce the name before the event or at the event. I don't know. I guess if it was a big enough name, you would want to announce it before the event because you would want people would buy a ticket so that to make sure that they get the card. Because I know that there's some folks who can't attend, but if they get the ticket, they'd be able to. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So very excited to see that. Now, here's this little hint that came out. On the latest episode of the Uncharted Territory podcast, which I actually have not had a chance to listen to, but apparently there was some talk on the message boards about what was mentioned during this episode, which I hope to get to very soon, is that there will be a 2021 edition of the Tragos Thez Hall of Fame set. And from what was said in the Uncharted Territories thread, the plan is to get it out before the next Hall of Fame convention, the Hall of Fame weekend. So that would be the first part of the year. Now, I'm assuming we're going to hear more about this at the Perennial. I'm sure, I'm thinking this is what the big Legends announcement, at least for the first part of the year, is going to be. This Tragos Thez, the 2021 game edition. Maybe we'll even get a name. I don't know. I'm very excited to check it out. So that really is all the news that we have so far, all the news that has trickled out. Next week, I think I'm going to push the podcast recording to Saturday, and I will do a wrap-up of the Perennial. So no podcast on a Friday, but a podcast Saturday night, which will wrap up all the stuff from the Perennial. We'll give you all the breaking news, and we'll get that out to you as soon as we absolutely can. So now here's the main event. I got a big announcement. I'm trying something here. If you've been following my YouTube channel, then you know that I've been playing an online series of games with the Legends of Wrestling Filsinger Games cards called the Tournament of Legends. And I've been doing it for a couple months now. And the goal is to play a big, massive tournament using all the color Legends of Wrestling cards. So we're nearing the end of the first round of this huge thing because it's so big. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking about an idea. This idea popped in my head, and I go, I don't think anybody has done this before. So we're going to try something very, very cool. I think it's very cool and very new. And I made a little video for it. So here it is. The Tournament of Legends, an epic battle played out online to determine who the best Legends of Wrestling wrestler of all time is. Up to now, we've seen legends from every major Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling release, except for one. The George Tragos Luthez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame 2020 Game Edition. Presenting the first ever Filsinger Games Online pay-per-view, featuring a 10-man single elimination tournament with the wrestlers from the Tragos Luthez Hall of Fame set. Live Saturday, January 30th, 2021 at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. To get access to the pay-per-view, follow these simple steps. 1. Visit nwhof.org/support and make a donation of any amount to the Hall of Fame. Be sure to designate it to Waterloo. 2. Forward your donation confirmation email to grant@throwingtoasters.com. 3. Within 24 hours, you will receive a link to watch the pay-per-view live on January 30th or check out the replay anytime after it airs. Spend an afternoon watching the Legends of Wrestling battling it out and support a very good cause in the meantime. The Tournament of Legends pay-per-view to support the Tragos Luthez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. Don't miss it. This event is fan-created and not associated with the Hall of Fame. So there you go, the Tournament of Legends pay-per-view, Saturday, January 30th, 2021, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be an hour long. It's not going to be that long because that's usually how long they take. It'll be roughly an hour. But I hope you can do it. You can donate in any amount. You could donate $1. But I just thought this would be a fun idea to raise money for the Hall of Fame. And we are going to do it. We're going to test it out, see how this works. If it works out well, maybe we'll do others in the future. But if you're interested, if you've been following along with the Tournament of Legends project, and you want to help support the Hall of Fame, again, I said you can donate any amount. So, $5. I think $5 is good. I probably myself will donate $5, maybe even more. But donate what you can to the Hall of Fame. Forward me the email that is your confirmation email, and I will send you the link. And you can, even if you're watching this or listening to this way after the pay-per-view happens, still forward it to me. I will send you the link. It'll remain up forever, but it will not be available to the public. It will be a unlisted YouTube video that you'll need the link in order to see. So anyway, I thought that would be fun. And I don't think anyone's ever done a pay-per-view like that where you have to pay to see the thing. So it'll be super fun, and I'm super excited to do that. All right. So as we move on, it is time for the match of the show. This was super fun to do last time, and the feedback I got was that it was fine. Like, people didn't mind if they were listening just only on audio. They said the commentary was okay enough. They were able to follow along. So, we'll try this again. If this is really annoying, just let me know, and, we won't do it as often. But it is time for the match of the show. Now, our champion is Thantos, and we got a great list of suggestions from everybody as to who Thantos should face next. We've got Abdullah the Butcher, Wolf in a Cosmic Cage, Hanukkah Lith, Zombie Dreadnought, and Chaos. And so there were so many great suggestions. There weren't anybody who, none of these list of amazing names got more than one vote. So I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this list of names, I'm going to put them into a list randomizer. I am going to randomize it, and we're going to get an opponent. And boy, oh boy, did we get an opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Match of the show. Thantos, the Galaxian podcast champion, taking on, are you ready for this? Abdullah the Butcher. That's right. Let's roll for initiative and get this going here. Thantos rolls a 6. Abdullah the Butcher rolls a 7. This match will be no countouts, no disqualifications. So certainly in both of these gentlemen's wheelhouse. But Abdullah will be starting things off. Here we go. Bite to forehead, 3. He's going to bite that skull right off the forehead. And we're rolling a pin right away. Thantos rolls his pin. All right, so the target is 2, rolling the pin. And the pin is an 11. So a big kick out, but he will take 1 fatigue token there. Abdullah the Butcher rolling on level 3. Abdullah the Butcher came to kill. He rolls the Sudanese meat cleaver +2, a finisher. Here we go. Thantos is rolling. It is a +2 move. The target would be 5. The roll is a 12. He is able to kick out another huge kick out, but he is getting another fatigue. Thantos doesn't even know how to handle Abdullah the Butcher. He can't even get his footing. Abdullah's rolling again on level 3. Out of the ring, throws the evil Game Master out of the ring, and the evil Game Master Thantos crawls helplessly back into the ring, and Abdullah the Butcher will roll on level 3 offense. Torture Rack Slam. This is a choice H, so we'll look at the choice chart. Flying Elbow Drop works plus or minus agility. Now, Thantos has the strength and the agility in this matchup, or a death jump. So I think Abdullah the Butcher is going to try the death jump. He goes up to the top rope. I love the idea of Abdullah the Butcher going up the death jump. Abdullah the Butcher climbs to the top. Thantos recovers, throws him off the top turnbuckle and into the ring. Thantos is gonna roll on level 3 offense. Thantos on the comeback here. He's choking him using the ropes. Here are some of those tactics we talked about. The tactics of the evil Game Master here. So we're gonna roll on level 3 offense for Abdullah the Butcher. Down 3. Thantos has really... He locks in the Master Lock! He locks in the Master Lock on Abdullah the Butcher. Okay, so the target will be 5, and the roll is an 8. So Abdullah the Butcher able to kick out of the Master Lock, now at 1 fatigue. This is absolutely crazy. Thantos rolling again on level 3. He goes back to choking him with the ropes. He's choking Abdullah the Butcher with the ropes. Abdullah the Butcher not as hurt this time, only a hurt 2. Thantos rolling on level 2. Hits him with the satanic skull smasher. Smashes that skull into Abby's wrinkled forehead. Abdullah the Butcher rolling on level 3, down 3. So Thantos now rolling on level 3 offense. He locks in the Master Lock again. This is a +4 move. Ladies and gentlemen, the roll is a 6. The target is a 6. The roll is a 12. So Abdullah the Butcher able to kick out again, but we'll get another fatigue token. Thantos rolling on level 3 offense. Hits a pile driver, which is a level 3 move. Rolling Abdullah the Butcher's pin. Here we go. I think the target is a 3. Yes. The roll a 12. These amazing kickouts. Ladies and gentlemen, holy moly, this is fantastic. Abdullah the Butcher gets another fatigue token. Thantos rolling again on level 3. Hits a full power slam. Picks Abdullah the Butcher up for a full power slam. Unbelievable. Butcher is going to roll his pin again. Abby is rolling his pin again. The target of 4. The roll is 7. What a match. This is the most amazing match we've had here in the arena in a long time. I gotta put some crowd noise in here because this is fantastic. Thantos rolling again on level 3 offense, locks in a sleeper hold. It's choice G, so he can do a death jump or he can do a tombstone pile driver. He's gonna do a death jump because Abby has a death jump rating of C. The opponent blasts you with a flying clothesline from the top ropes. Abdullah the Butcher is in trouble. Thantos will roll on level 3 offense. Here we go again. The Master Lock again! The +4 Master Lock. Here we go, rolling Abdullah the Butcher's pin. The target is a 9. The roll is an 11. Oh my gosh. Thantos just cannot keep Abdullah the Butcher cannot keep him in the Master Lock. Abby is now at 5 fatigue, 6 total. Thantos rolling the master lock again. He locks it back in. This is a +4, ladies and gentlemen. We're rolling. 10 is the target. The roll is a 3. Abdullah the Butcher taps out, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner and still champion of the podcast, the evil game master, Thantos. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a match. That was one of the most exciting matches I've ever rolled out. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh. Woo! I need to calm down. I need a drink of water. That was excitement. All right, so now here's your mission. Who does Thantos fight next? That list of names, I'm throwing them out. I want a brand new list of games. You got to comment these names in, not in the chat, because I know some of you are watching on YouTube in the chat, but in the comments once the show is over. I would love to see who you think Thantos should fight next. And as we said tonight, it could be anybody. As long as the card is available online, it can be anybody. So you let me know. All right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to the question of the show. And the question of the show last week was, how do you organize your booking ideas? Notebook, in your phone? Answer in the comments below. We got a lot of great replies. Thomas says, for the question of the show, I don't really book matches in advance. I just set up matches and play them out. Excellent. That's certainly a great way to play the game. There's no prep involved. You just do it. Scotty Boy 9999 says, for the question of the show, I use my phone, the iOS Notes app. So handy to reach for the phone and have it synchronized on my Mac and iPad too. This is what I am currently doing. I'm working on something that may move me from the iOS, but this is certainly something I do as well. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Jay says, I usually have a Word document where I type all my booking ideas. However, I seem to never write enough detail. So 2 months later, when I reread it, the idea never seems to be as good as I remember it being. So there you go. A Word document there. Jeffrey says, notebook. You wouldn't believe how many pages of paper I go through to book one show. Yeah, I used to print out individual sheets of paper. Like I would type it up on my computer, print them out, and then write all the match results on that. And then I just got in the idea of these spiral bound notebooks that you can get like when school's starting for like 89 cents a piece. And I would just buy tons of them. So I am right there with you on using a notebook. Mark says, I use my Chromebook and put all the ideas and cards on Google Docs. So no matter where I am, I can access it. Excellent way. I have mine synced to Dropbox. So I can also access my GWF files wherever I am. David Fox compliments Werner's artwork on George Animal Steel and says, for the question of the week, I have a notebook that I write my booking ideas in and angles that pop into my head at any given time. Perfect. I love it. I love it, David. And Pete Beck, the legendary Pete Beck, says, I'm kind of like Thomas Morgan. I don't really do much pre-booking other than themes for supercards. I roll a card, see what happens, and move on to the next. If something captures my fancy that I need to get on as a match, I put that match on as soon as I can. I try as hard as I can to remember with good old brain power if it's going to be something that I need to wait a few cards to revisit. And Thantos, Pete also suggested that Chaos face Thantos. So there you go. That is the question of the show. Thank you all for replying. The reason I asked that question was I am so into Legends right now. This Legends set was just so great, and it really, not that I was not into Legends before, because I did have a Fed, but this Legends set really reinvigorated my Fed, and I even, as I said last week, re-signed up for the WWE Network to watch old stuff, and I really just love it. And so, like, at night, when I'm laying in bed and I'm drifting off to sleep, I just think of all these angles. I think, like, oh, I want, who's Adrian Adonis's first challenge going to be? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah, that's a good guy to put him up against, just to see how they fare against each other. So I just started writing out all these, booking ideas on my phone and the Notes app, but I'm kind of working on, I would love to have a little notebook that I can work these in. So anyway, thank you all for answering. Let's move on to this week's question of the week. What is your prediction for the exclusive Legends card at the Perennial. What do you think is going to be this Legends card? I would love to know your thoughts on who it is going to be. And remember, we have that comment from Mike talking about it. So, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. You can answer in the show notes, or you can answer in the comment field on YouTube. Elsewhere on the channel, I did 2 more Tournament of Legends events. I believe this was 14 and 15. And let me tell you, this 15... Night 15 with the Rougeaus and the Texas Hangman, it is one of the worst nights of... If you thought the match between Thantos and Abby was fantastic and exciting, don't watch this Tournament of Legends. It was the most boring night of wrestling you will ever see in your entire life, but we got through it. So that is all that matters. So you can check that out elsewhere on the YouTube channel if you want to. Well, that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode of the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. Hey, did you know that there is an audio version of the podcast that is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your audio? Just search for Filsinger Games in your favorite audio store, and it should pop right up. If you have a topic you would like the show to cover, leave it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe or follow, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, and follow GWF Promoter on social media at GWF Promoter. And you can check out my personal feds at gwfpromoter.com and lowpromoter.com. The song you're listening to right now is American Guy by Throwing Toasters, used by permission and available on Apple Music, Spotify, and anywhere you get your music. This podcast is not affiliated in any way with Filsinger Games or its subsidiaries. It's purely for entertainment purposes. This episode is copyright 2021 Saturday Morning Media. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will talk to you next time. And a big shout out to Havoc 2K Productions, Larry, Zawa the Butcher, and Steve Tower for being here. Steve and I got some fun stuff planned, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all for those who commented along on the YouTube channel. Thanks for all those who are watching. It looks like there's 11 people in the room. Appreciate it. The audio for this will go up on the web either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. That is it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go watch WandaVision. I'm super excited. That's what I'm going to go do right now. Okay, bye.
And I know there's a lot of